Yo, what's good, gamers? My name is Dr. Ryan Terao, Psych Sensei here. Happy Aloha Friday and Aloha Kakahiaka to you, which means good morning. After reflecting on this week, thinking about some things that have been happening, dude, it's been a low-key trip. Not gonna lie, it's been a low-key trip. From the roller coaster of thinking the season was gonna end in a week until it getting extended to a month and some change. The whole timeline on the experience has got jacked up a little bit. I thought I was gonna be sprinting to the finish line, trying to get as high as I could go in a week, but now that I kind of got an extended stay on life, it's changing my perspective on some things. Well, the first thing I mean is I don't feel like in such a rush that I'm gonna be playing all the time to get better. I feel like I can really take some time to think about, learn, grow at a better pace, and instead of sprinting. When I'm even thinking about this, I'm thinking about school. I'm thinking about tests. I'm thinking even about tournaments or games or matches and your concept of time and how you're preparing for them and the whole psychological journey that goes along with it. For example, something I was thinking about in the direct parallel is procrastination. And let's just look at the meta of procrastination for a hot second. Start off with thing. This big thing is due. You know you got to turn it in. You know that it's gonna happen. It's not, you can't push it back. It's gonna happen. It's kind of important. It's not really important because you're not doing it now, but it's important that you still got to do it. You know what I mean? I can do it tomorrow. I have time, or I can do it in 3 hours. It's gonna be fine. Then the 3 hours comes. The day before the project due is coming. The day before the test is here, and you haven't studied the material or whatever, or written the paper. Let's just say writing a paper, because writing a paper seems more salient. You write the paper, you sit down at the computer oh my god, I have 1 night to write this entire paper. So you start jamming out this paper, you're stressing over it, procrastination starts happening, it creeps up on you, you start stressing out, and then you finish the paper, and you turn it in. And you know what? Damn, you can get a good grade on it. You're like, whew. It's fine. Procrastination, tension, finishing the paper, release, turning it in, and sometimes even getting a reward. Even if you reward at the system, you get a good grade. Guess what? You're gonna continue to do this system because why? You're getting rewarded for doing very minimal work, and it's fine, right? And you keep doing this behavior until the negative thing happens, but you probably still do it because you're willing to roll that dice because the effort to reward is fine. And every teacher tells you what? How to prepare for a test? Weeks in advance. Months in advance. How? By cramming? No. By doing little bits every single day. That's how you get better, and that's how you actually learn. Thinking about the parallels between the whole procrastination, the end of the season, trying to perform whatever, to school or the procrastination loop, it's kind of the same. How are you supposed to get better in gaming? Are you supposed to stay up all night trying to prepare for this match tomorrow? No. How are you supposed to prepare for matches or tournaments? Practice a little bit every single day. Focus on something you're trying to learn specifically every single day. Monitor your progression, your skills, what you're learning, all these things every single day, constantly. So when the thing comes, you're already ready. It's just so funny how I was approaching my own games like that thing. I have to play all the time. I can't take time. I'm studying kind of. Not really. I'm not watching my VODs. I'm just next game. And then going to the next game and not learning anything and watching myself rank up and thinking, oh, this champion, this hero is broken, versus actually focusing on learning. Because what happens when you start slipping down in games? You're I don't know what's happening. I'm just a piece player, I'm bad. Where it's no, you're forgetting the fundamentals of the game, forgetting what you're supposed to be doing, or you're forgetting the small little minute details I don't know, collecting XP, not chasing after kills. You're forgetting these things, and that's why you're sliding. It's not because of you yourself, as a person or a learner. That's not true. You're just focusing on the wrong things, and you're attributing the incorrect outcomes to your behaviors. But it's so funny how those two things are so parallel. And so now with this new time perspective, I can take perspective and really focus on the things that I want to focus on. Maybe I have more time to focus on shifting up my champion pool, the heroes I play, because not gonna lie, even though Murky's really fun and I had a really good time playing Murky, he's not the best hero to climb with. Raynor, I find super boring. And he's boring because the floors for him is very low. You can pick up Raynor and play him. Your mom, your grandma, anyone not playing esports can pick up Raynor and know how to play. But the ceiling is very high because positioning, and something that I am not very good at is positioning. Why? Because for some reason, I want to be close when I should be far. I should be far when I should be close. It's a whole thing that we can get into. very good hero to climb with. Are these heroes something I should invest time into actually if I want to do this thing correctly and I actually want to climb or get out of gold or whatever I am? I guess the answer is yes. I guess the answer in general is yes. I mean, I should always be trying to get better. Some players say, oh, I should be playing these heroes or champions for my team, but it's not very fun and enjoyable for me. For me and some of the coaches, like, isn't it more fun to win than to do it with a hero or a champion that you want to do it with? And having like empathy, being in the player's shoes, it's like, I mean, I understand that like Rainer or Muradin or these heroes can be very strong in a team comp, but yo, playing them and executing them sometimes is super boring. And yeah, it's awesome that you can get like a stun and a jump in and you're just like standing there as a tank and it's fun, but have you ever sliced and diced as a have you ever like just suit as a Genji? It's just so, there's just something about it. Yes, there is that braingasm of I just out macroed everybody as a Murky. I just did the entire game as Vikings and it was amazing. They couldn't do anything. But have you ever just ambushed someone from a bush and they just didn't see it coming, or they just couldn't play the game one-on-one because you just made it a living hell for them because you could? So I get it now. I get it. Players, I get it. Sometimes playing a role isn't always fun. At the same time, empathy for me. In general, just thinking about like how the parallels between time and perspective, especially with games and procrastination, learning, performance, taking a test, winning a game, coming back with 0 time on the clock and you're like, oh, I know this answer, and it comes to you last minute, to doing the same thing in a team fight when everybody needs you and you're able to land that stun as a Muradin and slap them down. There's so many parallels between these two things, and even though at first I was kind of like, damn, I'm ready for a new season to just start, man, just like let this one finish. At the same time, I'm kind of glad that it got extended. Maybe it still is a start from a new perspective, if that makes any sense. I'll see you guys bright and early Monday, 10 a.m. Take it easy, and as always, my name is Dr. Ryan Terao, your psych sensei, teaching you how to think, play, and slay one game, 1 week, 1 day at a time. All right, friends, mwah, big kisses. Have a nice weekend. Peace. Bye.